Thank you for joining us. This is probably our 15th take in trying to greet you. But welcome to Salem's Ministry. We're your hosts. My name's Sarah.
I'm Haley.
And today, we're going to be talking about 3 different types of witchcraft, which we just finished up on nature witches?
Yeah, like the
or
basic, natural, like elemental, I think would be more.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
We should not have put as much churros Baileys in our coffee, probably, as we did.
You guys just get to experience a real fun time.
Yeehaw! You've used your last haul, partner. Alright, so do we want to do a recap of all the ones we covered?
We can definitely try if we want to. We want to go ahead and
honestly
knock that
just name them or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't remember which ones you had.
And did you not write them down?
Nope, I only wrote down the ones I had to look up.
I might be. My memory might be jogged while you say them.
So the first one was sea and seasonal.
I had storm and weather.
And then elemental and animal.
Fire and crystal.
And now we're up to date.
There was more, because we had, like, green witches, too. I think you started your list where we were about to start the fire and animal and...
You know, that's a possibility. I don't even know anymore.
Okay.
Alright, well, we've covered a large variety of types of witchcraft.
Yes.
So if you want to find those, you can look at our previous videos. Link below.
Yeah, I think this is the 4th episode of our series with witch types, so there's 3 more ahead of this one.
3 more?
Yeah, because this is the 4th one, so there's 3 episodes.
Oh, okay. I was like, God. I thought you were like 3 more after.
No, there's way more after.
Right. Cool. I'm just stupid. Gotcha. Is that a type of witchcraft? Stupid craft?
You can make anything witchcraft.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start my own.
What would it look like?
I was about to do something so bad.
Where do we get water? You have to do it with that accent all the time.
I am coming. I am you. I am important.
I wish that our sound thing worked. I would give you the laughing track.
Thanks. I know. I'm such a comedian.
I don't know, that's funny as fuck.
That's why we work well together. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Because I got blood and bone, you got swamp. You want to just do swamp because it's more of a, like...
It still ties in with nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that. Right. Let me pull it up because I was not expecting to go first.
I don't know why I laughed like that.
Oh, my facial expressions over here. I'm just like... Okay.
Stupid crap.
So first up today...
That's all, folks.
Woosah.
Woosah? What?
Woosah.
Warsaw.
Woosah.
Warsaw? That's a...
Did you ever watch Bad Boys? You've never watched Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, no, I've never
No,
watched it.
no, not Eddie Murphy.
I don't even know who's in it.
I don't know why I get their names mixed up because they're not alike. It's Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Nah, dude.
This was like personality defining cinema for me as a child. Okay. Anyway, they have a scene in Bad Boys 2 where
Actually, that's too close.
Martin's character gets shot in the butt by Will Smith's character, and he has to go to like therapy and stuff because they're like, we have to make sure you're like fit to go back or whatever. And his therapist gives him this tactic of like calming down, and it's to rub his earlobe and say "woosah" as he does. So it's like it's been a joke in my family for years, and not even like a legitimate joke either. Like we will genuinely tell each other like, "Do you need to woosah?" And that's how we're
I'm
like.
so dead.
It's either, have you taken your meds today, or do you need to woosah? That's how we tell each other to calm down.
Beautiful.
Love it. Okay, anyway, back on topic.
Swamp witches.
First on the chopping block today are swamp witches.
You're gonna chop them up?
No?
They were already burning witches years ago. So sorry. It's okay. I know. They probably tried to chop them up, too.
I mean, there was multiple things.
Ugh, I just kind of flashed back to 12-year-old me, one of the bands I liked to listen to. Blood on the dance floor.
Chop you up. I'm a monster.
So there are certain things that we think back on, and then we quickly put it away in a box. And
Yeah,
we
that
never
one
did
is-
it. Like glitter mascara.
I still know all the words to sexting.
Okay.
So sorry.
It's okay. This is my 5th time trying to start.
Tangent.
It's normal for us. Swamp witches. So, swamp witches, now the website that I found, or the blog that I found, did lean more towards kind of trying to explain, like, the psyche of a swamp witch, more so than, like, how they actually practice. But I did think that it was pretty vital, because...
I just realized I forgot to put sources.
You always do. It's okay. But anyway, swamp witches seem to have a deep longing to embrace individuality. These witches seek to embrace the wild, untamable elements of life. They want things messy, unscripted, unkept, and original. These are the people who tend to stand out. They do not follow social norms and do what feels right for them. Swamp witches know and understand that there is a balance to life as well. Everything lives and everything dies. Swamps themselves are a great representation of the notion of life and death, because they are full of life and animals, but they are also full of death and decay.
God, I love death and decay.
You might be a swamp witch. These witches are very spiritually connected, and they seek out the connections in wilderness that are often missing from our human domains. They love, like, when I read this, I think of my aunt, because she used to joke that she's a swamp witch. Like,
does she like to dome swamp witch? Alright.
So, another name for swamp witches, I just remember this, is bog witch.
Okay, that sounds so much cooler.
I fucking love. That's just because bog is, like, in how the Irish, or, like, the Scottish call swamps.
Dude, that is so cool, though. Like,
You
imagine
ever
going, I'm a bog witch. Hell yeah!
Yeah, it's amazing. I love everything about swamp witches. I might be a swamp witch. I don't know.
It's like Critter Witch.
Yeah.
Whenever we were going over the animal witchcraft.
Love it.
So great. Just a Critter Witch.
I don't want the mainstream names, bitches. I want the weird ones.
Tell me I'm a Critter Witch.
I would be a critter witch. I love critters.
I said it so southern.
Critters.
Critter Witch.
Critter witch. Anyway,
Sorry.
swamp witches. You keep apologizing. I'm entertaining it too. It's fine.
I have trauma.
Same. Swamp witches draw power from wetlands, liminal, untamed spaces where land, water, life, and decay meet. This practice is rooted in a blend of water, folk, and green witchcraft. Practicing swamp witches honor the unseen, forgotten, and transformative cycles of nature. They embrace murky waters, moss-covered stones, ancestral spirits, and the eerie stillness of the in-between.
So they like them wetlands.
Yes, they do. And it's so...
I also like wetlands.
I know. Anyway, I love...
Sorry.
It's okay.
There you go, apologizing again.
I know! Stop it!
I was about to do it again. I'm not gonna do it.
I'll just keep talking. It's fine.
Cool.
I love the notion that, like, swamps are considered liminal spaces.
Don't laugh at me.
Why?
What does liminal mean?
For me, it's hard to explain. But, you know, like, when everyone is like, oh, they fell into, like, a liminal space.
No,
like the back
never.
room.
Ah,
That's
okay.
a liminal space. So it's kind of like, it's an in-between space where, like everything and nothing kind of exists, you know?
So kind of like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, whenever they're in that swamp, and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Sweet. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Toph.
Yeah, because swamps are... She's not seeing you. Damn, that...
Moving on.
Yeah, swamps are considered very, like... Because they're an in-between, there are places where it's easier for you to get in touch with the spirit world.
Makes sense.
So I just think it's beautiful. Plus, I was watching the second Pirates of the Caribbean the other day, and I love how, like, now that you're adults, and if you haven't watched them, go watch them again. You go from the first one, where it's like, we're pirates, we have a curse, blah, 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 blah. And then you come over to the second one, and it's like, you guys took a completely different...
You do know that, like, most of the stuff that Johnny Depp did was completely unscripted. Like, they didn't even...
Oh, yeah!
They hardly wrote him a script.
Oh, you know...
They just literally told him to do whatever.
Oh, yeah, because he is Jack Sparrow.
Exactly.
Like,
he's the man.
I'm gonna go off on a tangent for a second. This might get cut out. But, so, you know how he has, like, silver capped teeth? So, Johnny Depp actually went to a dentist and had his teeth capped. And he did, like... he did a lot because he knew that when he went in there, they were going to want to tone it down. So he went in there with more than what he wanted. So when they cut it down, it would be more akin to what he wanted the character to look like.
That is so insane. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
And then, there's one scene in the second one. Orlando Bloom's character is on the boat or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, no, it is the first one. He's asking one of the other pirates, like, what's his deal? And they were like, he was stranded on an island for 3 days and the sun, like, baked his brain. And he goes, so is that the reason for all the... And they said that was Orlando Bloom's, like, genuine, like, imitation of how he was acting.
That's so great.
That wasn't even scripted, so they kept it.
Perfect.
90% of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies is literally just the cast just being like, ah.
Best movies ever.
And the fight scenes, man.
Top tier.
Oh, cinema. Fucking cinema. But yeah, I just love how they went a completely different route. Like, they used the first one to bring about the actual, like, ride at Disney, and then it took off. So they were like, oh, we need more sort of stories to go with. And they just, like, randomly, like, the tone is darker. It's just, it's great. It's great. I love it.
Davy Jones.
And his CGI.
To die for.
God,
Literally.
playing the organ.
Messing my pants.
Look, they knew what they were doing when they made at least the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can say whatever you want about the rest of them, but the second one was chef's kiss. They did that. Their rent was due.
Was due!
And they fucking did that shit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's on period.
Also, I'm glad that, don't know if this is true, but apparently, like, the original cast is said to be, like, coming back to do the next one.
Fuck yeah. Wait, does that mean Keira Knightley too?
They were saying that, Orlando Bloom, apparently he's been like, I'm down to come back whenever. And then Keira Knightley was like, I'll come back for it too. Which, the only thing that sucks is in the most recent one, Barbossa died. Like, for real. I know, but he did, like, he sacrificed himself for his daughter. And, like, he just found her, too.
Wait a second. No.
It's Dead Men Tell No Tales.
I was thinking of a different scene. It's with the two chalices.
That was the other one. That was, like,
Yep.
the prequel.
Yep.
Yeah. Still a good movie. Blackbeard's a dick. I love his actor, though. His actor, I forget his name, but if you watch John Wick, the manager of the hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
You know
him.
what my favorite line from John Wick is?
Tell me.
What is he, the boogeyman? No, he's who you sent to kill the boogeyman. Like, what an iconic thing.
I love... He killed 3 people with a pencil. With a fucking pencil.
All that because somebody killed his dog.
For real?
I would too.
Right, it was the last thing he had from his wife. And because you wanted his fucking car. Which he probably would have just been like,
Take the car.
take the car. You know,
Leave
like...
me and my dog.
Right, like, literally, they'd already beat the shit out of him. All they had to do was take the car.
Exactly.
They killed the dog to be cruel. They deserved to die.
Damn right. Alright, sorry for that tangent.
It's okay.
I'm trying to keep us...
Yeah, no, you're good. Anyway, to be a swamp witch today means cultivating a...
To be a swamp witch is to...
Love how you're trying to keep us on track.
I'm so sorry, I have to.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Continue, please.
To be a swamp witch today means cultivating a deep connection to intuition, shadow work, and the slow magic of rot and ritual. Whether living near a swamp or simply carrying its mystique and energy within.
You said rot and...
Renewal.
Oh, okay. I thought you said brindle, and I was like, I don't know. I thought you said brindle. And I was like, what the fuck is brindle? Yeah, definition, but renewal.
Through spirit work, folklore, herbalism, and reclamation of wild feminine power, this swamp witch becomes a guardian of thresholds and a voice for the sacred hidden beneath the surface. Oh, they're so... Ugh, I love them.
Mysterious.
Swamps are considered liminal spaces and are important in this type of witchcraft as they act as a doorway to the spirit realm. This is because swamps are neither land nor water, but a bit of both.
Open your door.
This helps draw spirits in and allow us to see and interact with them a little more easily. Swamps act as natural... This I found interesting. This is like a geography fact. Mm-hmm. Swamps act as a natural purifier. So it's not only great for, like, the physical world, because they, like, do away with, like, pollution and, like, decay and shit, but it's also helpful in, like, purifying your spirit. So, like, literally just living in a swamp, you're basically, like, cleansing yourself all the time.
To live in a swamp.
Right? Like Calypso. That's why I started my tangent a minute ago. I fucking love Calypso in Pirates of the Caribbean. Love her!
Get out of me swamp.
I love when she's like, she gives him it. He's like, it's a jar of dirt. And she's like, yes. And he's like, is the jar of dirt going to hell?
If you don't want it, I'll take it back.
And she's like, if you don't want it, give it back. So no. I love her.
I love Calypso in Epic.
I've seen her in Epic.
So great. Literally, this, one of the songs that they have with her, she's like, Odysseus is just washed up on shore, and she's like, she's waking him up. And she goes, do you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me though, who's Penelope? And then he goes, she's my wife. Calypso's like, anyways. And she just goes into like,
Love me! Not her being a pick-me. Why would they do that?
Because she knew he was married and she still was like, I'm going to keep him because I have no one and I want him to love me.
She's alone!
Which is fair, but that would definitely make her a pick-me. I would be a pick-me if you put me... Well, no. No, I wouldn't. I would really like the solitude. But some of us are just built different, okay? Maybe, okay, mine would be because I've experienced the outside world. She didn't get to experience the outside world.
No.
She just got thrown on an island and forgotten about.
Yeah, but she didn't even do anything.
Exactly. So, it's understandable why she would be a pick-me. She doesn't know better. She doesn't interact with people.
Also, not me being like, fuck your wife, stay with Calypso. Tools for swamp witches. So they found objects. So this is just, stones, moss, driftwood, animal bones or skins, swamp water, etc. So literally they walk out their front door and they're like, ah!
You know what I really want? A hagstone.
I found one.
You found one?
Or I think I gave it to Bub. But we had found one. It's literally just a stone that has a natural occurring hole
know,
in
and
it.
I want one. If you find another one.
I don't know where we found that one, but I remember telling him about it, and I was like, yeah, you can see the fairies through this, and he ran around our yard looking through it, trying to find fairies.
Did you ever read the Spiderwick Chronicles?
I think
that was
I
my
read,
hyperfixation whenever I was younger.
I think I read the first 3, and then...
Did you watch the one movie they had?
I did, which was what piqued my interest in the books. And I read the first 3, and then, because at that time, Mom and Dad bought all my books, and I was like, I need the next
I believe
the next
there's
ones.
6 books, and I believe I read all of them.
My parents, for whatever reason, we never got around to buying the last 3. It wasn't because I didn't want to read them. I think, BAM, just, every time we went, they didn't have them.
We've gone off topic again.
We have.
Damn it.
Yes, so found objects, which I like calling them found objects. It's kind of Tinkerbellish, but still. Include mugwort, cypress, willow, mint, bay leaves, and roots. So I think it's roots of any kind, basically.
Also, fun fact, a old wives' tale that I learned a month or 2 ago. You're actually not supposed to plant a willow tree because whenever it grows,
You told me about this.
Yeah. But whenever it grows long enough that it can, the shadow covers the length of your grave, that's when you're gonna die.
I have so many things that I would be okay happening with me when I die. Being buried underneath a willow tree would be one of them.
Understandable, honestly. Actually, you know what?
Come read a book with me.
Oh, that would be so cute. Although, they have a lot of, knots that come up. They're very knotty trees.
I hope one day that my skull gets,
That would be so sick. I'd literally come visit you, and I'd put bows on your skull.
curly pop.
Oh my gosh. And I put
We're probably
sunglasses
gonna
on
be
it.
dead at the same time. What do you mean?
Yeah, if anything, I'll probably go first with my health.
Okay, so yeah, another tool for swamp witches is divination. This usually includes tarot, scrying, mirrors, or oracles. So they're very fortune-telly, which I love. I just love everything about swamp witches now that I've learned about it, honestly.
I knew you would enjoy that one. That's why I literally was like, you're getting swamped. Especially because I wanted to do blood and bone because
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's see. We do often see this type of witchcraft also connected with closed practices like hoodoo and voodoo as well. So please be mindful and respect.
Hoodoo?
Hoodoo voodoo. Please be mindful and respectful of this if you choose this as your path in witchcraft.
You remind me of the Babe.
The Babe? Okay, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing
Okay.
it. There may be some things you learn that are not meant for you to practice. So anyone can be a swamp witch, but just be very diligent in the things that you are reading and things that are you're being told this is something for you to practice, because it could be a practice involved with voodoo or hoodoo. Don't even.
I wasn't gonna do it.
And you may not know, which, that's just why I'm giving you a disclaimer. Try to be as vigilant as possible. If there's something you're not sure about, don't do it until you get clarification. Be mindful, be respectful, always be respectful. Be respectful of other practices, other religions, other peoples, and nature.
And that's on period.
Boom. And then, so I got those from 2 websites. I'm going to give you that, and then I'm going to shut the fuck up. One of them was pathos.com. Pathos? Patheos. Pathos?
Patheos, probably.
Whatever. That.com. And the other one was otherworldlyoracle.com.
Sounds otherworldly.
It does. They have this picture of a swamp.
That's a nice swamp.
I don't think you guys can see it. It's
No,
there.
there's too much glare.
We keep trying to show you guys things, and it's like...
Right. Before I get started, I am going to start mine with a trigger warning. I will be discussing blood and bones. If you are uncomfortable or queasy around any of those subjects, you will not want to continue further into the video, as I will be discussing various types of acquiring the blood and also acquiring bones and different information like that. So if you have any issue learning about any of that information, I'm gonna give you a second to click off of the video, so enjoy.
And while we're giving you that second, I guess I'm gonna have a disclaimer, because I don't know if you're gonna go over this. You probably would, but just so we can have some time. In dealing with blood and bone of any kind, no matter where you're obtaining this from, be mindful of these sorts of like diseases and things that you can catch if you do this improperly. Make sure you're looking up and like getting proper resources and preparation. Like in the medical field, it's called PPE. Okay, that's what they had to wear when COVID was around, and I know this because my parents are nurses.
I knew this because I went to nursing school.
Yeah, like prepare. Make sure you're wearing proper protection.
All I could think of was, did you bring protection? No, why, what's up there?
So just please be mindful. Please know what you're doing. If you don't do it.
Also, some of this information is going to be catered more towards closed practices because it is used in some of the darker and honestly, I don't want to just say darker, because it's not just like darker practice, because it's not just like evil hexing and like everything like that. There is good uses for it.
Yeah.
But it's just usually seen more as like, especially in media, as like darker or just like curses and this and that, and it's not just that.
Which I think a good like representation is there isn't like an exorcism movie. I think it's like they made one when the kid was little, and then they made another one when she was like grown and she was going to college. And basically the entity was like still there, and she was in like New Orleans or some shit. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But she like was being haunted by a demon, and she found help from people who practice voodoo, and they were trying to lift like whatever was on her. And it looks dark because there's like sometimes there's animal sacrifices, and like with that one I think they sacrificed a chicken. For us in our Western society, we view things like that very negatively.
Yes, it's because we view that as more primitive.
Yeah. You know what I say? If it worked, it's not primitive.
If it works, it works. Now that is not to say that you should go sacrificing animals.
Definitely don't do that.
Please don't do that. Also, no mammals, specifically of the sapien variety. Alright, now, into it.
That will definitely send you to prison.
Yeah. We do not condone unethical blood acquiring. Acquiring.
Yeah.
Yo, alright.
Acquiring would be for a cult.
Oh, God. So blood witchcraft is the practice involved with blood, either literally as a ritual component or metaphorically as a symbol of life force and sacrifice. It is said to amplify spells, create powerful bonds, or serve as offerings to entities. The core concepts are amplification and potency. Blood is considered a powerful conduit for energy due to the belief it carries vitality, life force, or even the essence of the individual or animal. It is said to make spell work difficult to undo or even permanent. So be very careful when you are doing this, because you can attach something to you that is not going to be good for you. And if you do something in anger, you done fucked up. Connection and binding is one of the things that it can be potent in. It's sometimes permanent with a link together, as you'll see with like people cutting their hands and putting the cuts together, kind of doing that as like a symbol of like blood brothers or so on and so forth.
Some fourth?
So forth. Some fourth. Some fourth.
Some fourth.
Some fourth. I don't know. Another thing that they use is sacrifices and offerings. Historically and in some modern practice, blood symbolizes offerings to deities, spirits, demons, etc. as a trade for power or a desired outcome. Please don't trade your soul to a demon.
I mean, unless they're 8 feet with the horns, and you're gonna get something very good out of it.
Haley,
I'm not talking about dick.
I was about to say, we are not selling our souls for dick.
No, I mean like...
I don't have to sell my soul for that.
I mean the demon dick.
Symbolism and intent is very important in this, as it is tied to the practitioner's intent and can be a cultural practice or just personal meaning. It can be used for healing and protection magic. There are a lot of issues that do come about with this. Some Haley did mention. So here's some of my ethical warnings. Try not to be a dumbass and mishandle any of the blood you acquire, or, well, human juice, we'll call it.
Well, we didn't... Or...
There's so many different, like, diseases and everything that you can get from blood, and as someone who actually was in the medical field for a little bit, I can tell you that there are some things that, like, you can seriously mess up with if you're not careful. And that's with collecting blood samples, or even like, just getting some on your skin can be detrimental depending on like infections, disease, and so forth. Like, it's very important that if you are going to dive into this, you need to know your information. You do not need a Facebook diploma going into this. Because I can tell you right now, you used to piss me off whenever people would tell me how vaccines work. And it's like, brother, what am I paying to go to nursing school for?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can also do misfired spoils or permanent links. Spoils? Spells. It's spelled. I can't read my own handwriting. I'm so sorry, guys. Just knock it around.
Sorry.
You want to knock me around like that?
Don't tempt me. Alright.
Kinky.
No one said you'd like it.
Who said I wouldn't? Okay, so sorry. But yes, if you do one of these spells in anger, like I said earlier, you can... It's with the, like, tenfold rule. Whatever you put forth, you receive back.
And I think... Okay, so we've gone over how I feel about, like, hexes and stuff. I'm cool with it. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna, like, do one. But even I will say, if you're gonna do something and you're gonna do it with your blood,
be extremely careful.
Like, honestly, I think there are very few things that are more potent or as potent as blood magic.
Because I will say, I have done magic with my hair, but you will not catch me using blood.
Yeah, which even hair is like, if you're using something from you other than your intentions,
you are completely tying yourself to that.
So like, you have to be careful. You need to know 100% this is something I want. And I'm not going to regret it in the future.
Also, hair holds memories, so if you're trying to get rid of someone, you can cut your hair, put it in there, and that helps with a binding spell. I did that.
Which I think... Because, I mean, even with that, like, that was something you wanted that person gone, you're not going to regret that. Now, if you're doing something like... Man, I don't even fucking know. I don't even...
If you're hexing someone and wanting to cause ill will, don't put any part of you in that.
Yeah.
Don't spit in it. No DNA. Heck, put gloves on while you do it.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't condone, and I know you don't, because we've kind of mentioned it before.
Yep.
Love spells.
No, those are heinous and absolutely evil, and that literally goes against my next point. So, my next ethical warning is actually consent. If they don't want to give the blood, don't make them.
Yeah.
If they don't want the tea, don't make the tea. If you don't know what video I'm talking about, look up the tea consent video.
They made us watch it going into college.
I wish they would have done that for, like, whenever my group was going into college, because...
They were like, you're probably gonna laugh at some of this, because, like, it seems so asinine. But, like...
It's so true.
Yeah.
Because,
so, like...
I love the part where it's like, unconscious people cannot drink tea.
Don't make tea and pour it down their throat.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's good. It gets the point across. And, like,
Indeed.
It does it in a comedic way.
Yes.
But still in a way that's, like, you should understand what we're really getting at here.
Exactly. I honestly think that it should be shown to, like...
High schoolers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say before even going into high school. I would say 8th grade.
Every year.
Yes.
I don't know.
8th grade, because...
Just because I wasn't doing anything in 8th grade doesn't mean other people weren't. So
my thing is the end of 8th grade. Because once they get into high school, you know the first thing senior boys do is look at them freshman girl.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, my dad told me about boys' intentions before I went into high school. You know why? He always told me, he was like, none of my daughters are going to be a victim. He's like, all these parents try to shield their kids, and then whenever their little lamb gets into college or goes to high school or whatever, boys take advantage of that.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody's doing that to my daughters. And I was like, that's on period. Go dad.
There's being innocent and there's being naive.
Yes.
Two different things. Sometimes they go hand in hand. But if you're not me going off on a TED Talk.
Yeah, we've kind of gone on a tangent. Okay. Continuing. This is not beginner friendly at all. You definitely need to do like very in-depth research before you go into this, because it can just take an absolute turn for the worse if you're not careful. It is commonly used as a personal signature for spells. There's also menstrual magic, which can be used for various different things. Yeah,
No.
it's gross. It is very well, I don't want to say it's gross, because that's feeding into the stigma that menstruation is gross. It's not.
No.
It's normal. It is a bodily function.
I think it's just... So I know, like, when COVID first got really big, and TikTok got really big, there was a lot of women who were coming out and they're like, I'm a witch. And it could have just been a bit. I don't know. But they did this shit very convincingly. They would, like, cook with, like, their...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then they would feed it to their boyfriends and shit. And I'm like, okay, look. Because that is a thing, but it's a form of a love spell.
Yes.
You're doing that
That
to
is
incite
what-
obsession.
That is what I'm referring to is gross.
Yeah.
Is using it in that sense. Because if you're using it in order to control someone's thoughts or feelings, you're not using
That's fucked
the
up.
craft for the right reason.
Yeah. We're in 2026. Just be a decent person.
Exactly.
Like...
Now, that's not to say if someone is absolutely, like, talking bad about you or has ill intent towards you, that you can't do, like, a cleanse or, like, a spell that sends that energy back to them. That is perfectly fine. I'm talking about there is absolutely no reason for you to do anything towards them, and you have decided just out of, honestly, I would say, self-serving attitudes that that's what you want to do, then don't go into witchcraft. It's not for you.
Yeah. Not to be gatekeeping, but...
We speaking facts. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. It's because we talking about blood.
Well, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But I mean, literally, like, if you're doing it with the intent, or, like, you're doing, like, love spells. Because that's, like, the number one that I think
Menstrual
most...
magic can also be used for fertility, though.
Which is fine.
Awesome, even.
Yeah. That's completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you are doing things with the intent of making someone go against their own beliefs, their own thoughts, their own feelings, that is really fucked up of you, and you should not do it. That is what I don't agree with. You want to help karma come along? Great. You need a boost in fertility? Great. I mean, not great.
Amazing.
I'm sorry you're going through that. But I get why...
Do it.
Yeah, do it. I get why you need to do it. Or why you want to do it. I get it. But, like, anything outside of that, come on.
I am not one to judge someone by the craft that they do. But I will judge you upon how you treat other people.
Your intentions.
Yes. If you are doing something with self-serving or just ill intent, I don't want nothing to do with it. And I don't think you should want anything to do with it. You need to do some self-healing before you actually start to go down whichever path you decide to.
Therapy.
Therapy.
There are so many avenues you could go. Okay? So many. And we talked about this the other day because, like, I mentioned wanting to kind of look into, like, doing, like, a self-love spell. That, I think, is fine. Because I need to boost my ability to love myself.
Love yourself.
Right.
Accept yourself.
The only person whose feelings and emotions are being changed there is mine.
And guess what? She's consenting.
You're right. I want my feelings to change.
Exactly.
I think, and I'm going to say this, so there's only one...
Non-consensual spell work is a no-no.
Yes. And here's the thing, because we're naturally going to aim this towards other women, because we're women. This is a space for everyone, but right now, I am speaking to women, okay? As we are aiming this predominantly to women, most of our advice are to women, because that's what we can advise on. We are women.
How do you know I'm a woman?
I mean, I don't know.
You haven't seen my downstairs mix-up.
You're right, but I mean, you're femme presenting, and you've never gotten mad about me calling you a woman, so that's what matters. Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just pick a light. I don't care.
We can try to advise on, men or any other... We're not going to do
I know how to
good.
advise on men. Be a good person.
Yeah, but anyway.
Same advice I'd give to a woman.
Right. In this regard, with spells like this that we're talking about, if you as a woman are okay with this type of witchcraft, but at the same time you advocate for my body, my choice. You
Me too.
advocate for no is a full sentence. Or
Hashtag me too.
yeah, anything like that, you're a hypocrite. And I'm not saying that because like anything negative. I'm saying it because it's the same thing.
Exactly.
You are facilitating the non-consent of someone else's body, of someone else's feelings and thoughts. The things that you don't want happen to you, you are condoning doing it to someone else, and that's really fucked up.
That's a big thing you have to think about in your spell work is when you are doing it towards another person. The first question you need to ask yourself is one, is this person consenting to what I'm doing? If the answer is no, reevaluate what you're doing. If it's a binding spell or you're just trying to return energy, okay, continue. If the answer is yes, cool, continue. The second question is, if someone was doing this geared towards me, would I want them to do this? And if the answer is no,
Don't do it.
exactly. It is that easy.
I'm a firm believer in karma, and if you're going to do something that you know you would not want happen to you, that is going to come around and it's going to bite you in the ass. Did you feel like you needed protection?
No, I like drawing pentagrams.
Okay.
They're very nice.
You've done it before when we were talking about like a heavy topic, so I'm like, I feel like you're like doing it because you're like, protect me.
Have I?
Yeah.
I've never noticed that before.
It was only one other time.
I don't know, maybe I'll like start watching myself a little bit more and see if like I just start doing it more.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk about something heavy again.
I mean, we'll probably get there.
We will. I mean, because a lot of this is heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing, in my opinion, witchcraft is a tool in which you can become more connected with the earth and with yourself. Now, I also think magic is real. Who am I to say it's not?
I also believe mermaids are real. We have only discovered 7% of the ocean.
Oh.
You cannot tell me that mermaids are not down there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I don't want to sit here and condemn people. I don't want anybody to feel like that's what's happening here. But just know that if the things that we've talked about here, if you don't agree with some of the statements we've made, some of the harder statements we've made, this isn't a podcast for you. We are not the people for you. Go into the world with all the love and all the support, and I hope that you get the help you need and the help you deserve. But we're not for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Exactly. Come
All
back
right,
when
my
you're
last
healed.
ethical warning, and for my last ethical warning, or no, my last commonly used, actually. And yes, I'm going to man-spread as I do this and show off my fox slipper.
Do it. Don't kick over your tree.
This can also be used in ancestral work, because your
originals.
ancestors are literally running through your veins.
Literally, if you've never watched it, you don't have to, because I'm going to tell you about it. The originals.
We're gonna go over all the seasons right here, right now. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So, Vampire Diaries had a spin-off called The Originals. And there's a plot point in it where because the whole thing takes place in New Orleans. They have a witch who they need her in order to open this crypt because it's her family's crypt. And a witch that is her ancestor had bound it with blood magic so that it could never be opened unless it was by another witch in the family. You know, I loved it. I love Davina. I'm gonna name drop. Her name is Davina.
Such a cool name.
I didn't finish watching it though because they were like, it's kind of like Vampire Diaries. They ruined it after a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, up to like season 3, maybe. There may have only been 3 seasons. I don't know. A lot happened.
And right here is where we're gonna hit a transition. Okay, Bone Witch. So this craft is using skeletal remains for divination, spellcraft, and connecting with spirits. Draws on the belief that bones retain leftover energy from the living, whether that's a living being or a living animal.
We all have bones.
Yes, anything with a bone is trying to bone. Practices can include making tools, charms, scrying aids from bones for protection, healing, or accessing ancestral power. Please do your research. Don't disrespect the dead or close practices, because this is often used in close practices. And also, don't dig up people's graves to steal bones.
Ask before you do. Ask if it's okay.
Source materials can be deer, bird, cat. Those are the most common, nature-based. Apparently, some bones from long pig are super potent. Don't look up what a long pig is. If you don't know what it means, that's unfortunate. Don't do it.
Well, not telling them not to do it's gonna make them do it. Why would you even put it on the list?
Because I thought it was cool information.
Okay, well, we have to give them all the information
We
then.
do not have to give them all the information. I gave them what information I want, and they can look up the rest if they feel like it, but I don't recommend looking up more information on that specific term. Do what you will with this knowledge, but don't do anything illegal. But if someone were to leave you something in their will,
Can you do
it's
that?
not illegal. Yeah. Ethical sourcing is very important in this practice, as in like nature finds and roadkill. Please don't go murk your neighbor's cat. That is the beginning signs of a serial killer.
Well, I think not necessarily serial killer. I think that's like the beginning signs of like
A psychopath?
like mental illness.
Yeah. Don't do it. So
That's not why I'm laughing. I promise.
sure it's not.
Look, I'm fucked up, but I'm not that fucked up. Okay.
You sure about that?
I would never condone the murdering of an animal.
Okay, that's fair. So the most common uses in this is for divination, which with bones is called osteomancy, which is such a cool word.
I didn't know that.
Osteomancy. It just reminds me of like necromancy, and I'm just like, which I guess technically it would be a type of necromancy. In a way, because like necromancy is
like you bring the dead back.
No, it's just any magic to do with the dead.
Not me going off of movies again.
Hey, you know what's funny? I actually have something about necromancy in here. Rituals and tools, spell work, creating charms, necromancy by trapping spirits, serving as conduits. Necromancy. Okay, sorry. I love
It's
in D&D necromancy class. So cool.
Do they bring things back from the dead?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is one of the things that they do.
But still, I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, sure. You're not completely right.
You know what? Suck my dick.
Present it. So one thing that is very important is with this type of magic, you need to make sure that whenever you're dealing with bones, you're being safe about it. That means you need to do some prep if you're going to work with bones. That means cleaning the bones. Just practice safely. Just be really careful. There's so many different diseases that you can get from dealing with not living animals and things. So it's just always best to, have safe practices. Make sure you're in gloves and properly, doing your research in how to just properly disinfect and keep yourself safe. Another big thing is show respect. Don't go grave robbing or ask even animals if you can have their bones, and you'll see signs. If you don't see anything, they're not for you. And another important thing is these practices are not your excuse to become the next Ed Gein. Please refrain from making lampshades of people. Just don't do it. Be respectful.
Yeah.
And don't go crazy with it. Yes, it's okay to have stuff like this on your wall, stuff like this.
Which these were all predominantly, as far as we know, ethically sourced. Okay?
Yeah, technically, because, someone went hunting and they ate the meat. So technically, it's ethically sourced in a way, because no part of the animal was wasted.
Right.
So.
And then, with the, I mainly meant with the bugs, but yes.
Oh, with the bugs? I
I said as far as we know, because I think you did buy some off of Etsy.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Or, well, not Etsy. I got them from different stores. Keeper's Corner being one of them.
Which I think they ethically source.
I believe they do. And then a couple of them I got from... It's in Bardstown, Kentucky. They have this little arts festival, and every year there's a lady that she sets up a booth, and she has all sorts of really cool taxidermy stuff, and she has a bunch of different bugs. And I remember the first year I had talked to her. I told her I was looking for a specific bug, and I was kind of sad because I didn't see that. I didn't see one, and she was like, "Actually, you might be in luck. I think I have one at my house. I can frame it up, and I'll be here tomorrow. If you stop by, I'll have it for you." And I was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bet, say less. Count me in, I'll be here." And so, that's exactly what I did.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but her cat is like, "I'm hungry."
Yeah, Hazel was like, "Open this damn door and come feed us. We are hungry hippos, and if you don't come, put some food in our bowl. We're coming for your toes."
Please no.
Okay. We told you 2 hours ago we were hungry.
Exactly. Alright, so that is all of my information on that. So we are gonna wrap up here because I need to feed my cats before they come for my toes. Alright, so that is our video for today, I guess. We're gonna butcher it, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Thank you for
joining us.
And
And
as
as always, our brains are yours to pick.